All you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke,
Yeah,
real
well,
mode.
we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Real gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sacred Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking nose Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest, and I'm tired of niggas. They front they blessings, they want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I'd like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transfer to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me, I hope you know. We stand alone, watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. You really have people fooled out here, don't you? When are you peasants gonna learn that you can't pretend to be a king? It ends today.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Thin privilege is a very real and harmful thing.
Ho, ho, ho. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, you want me to put something in your stocking? Take a step back. I'm not gonna take any advice from any of these fucks.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Test. Testing. Testicles. Ooh. Welcome, everyone, to episode 24 Hundo and Ocho of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gaincast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and y'all hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. Today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everson K2, flexing on all you.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
What's going on, fam? Welcome to the show. Happy Friday. It is Faf. We got a great card today. We're going to bust that nut open in just a second, so drop in the comments down below. What are you smashing today? Fam, if you don't know, we have an overtime segment that is exclusive for members only, going live immediately following this public live stream. So you can take a moment and join the fam right now, swolenormousx.com, and jump in on that overtime sweet action. Let me bring that up on the screen because the image is so fucking awesome. And so is overtime. That's what I'm talking about. And if you're not going to be there for overtime,
Emotional damage.
you're going to suffer some emotional damage because it's going to be awesome. So looking forward to seeing you there. All right, let's get into today's episode. Drop in the comments down below. What are you smashing? Let us summon the Falcon and get today's party started. Here we go. Falcon. Put some respect on a yabba. Been a lot of fumbles lately. That was a slippery card. That was a slippery card, Falcon. What the fuck have you been doing? Yeah. All right, you and Tessie. I'll get you some more. I know, I'll get you some more baby wipes. I know you're out. Okay, hashtag it's all reps. This is another card that I have over here on my left monitor. A great card, and it is Fef. So you could do hashtag Fef. It's fine. You don't have to put it's all reps. You can. Hashtag Fef is fine because it's fucking Friday. And Friday, you know, this is the day that we unsubscribe, we unfollow, you block out all the noise, you take care of all the shit. It is fucking Friday. So don't forget that. Don't forget that. I'll take whatever hashtag you want to drop, but of course, it's all reps. No matter what it is. Oh my God, it's repetitive. Oh, it's boring. Oh, it's the same old thing all the time. It sure fucking is. It sure is. You don't have to be a little fancy Nancy. If you want amazing results, you got to put in the fucking work. Simplify, amplify, do the basics, do it better again and again and again and again. Now let's get into that motherfucking tip. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, first Swole fam post. Let's kick it off, fam. Reminder, we do have a Swole year release party coming up on Thursday, December the 29th. So be ready for that. It's going to be fucking fire. Can't wait for that. We have a lot of new releases. We're going to do a great look back, bring in the new year with the Swole fam Thursday, December the 29th. Looking forward to that, fam. And of course, we're extending the sale a little bit because a lot of you know. A little round of applause for the Swolenormous Instagram. We're back. It's still not completely back. Like, we're back online. There's some features that we don't have, and like we're culling some followers. Like, you know, it's like the algorithm's all jacked up on that page, but we're back. So bottom line, the Swolenormous page on Instagram is back. So fundamentally, that's a good thing. We're still trying to get some of the feature. It's like it's weird when we log into that account. It's like we have an older version of Instagram. It's weird. So it's a strange thing. So we'll see if we can get that worked out. But bottom line, that's good news. And because we have a lot of people that didn't know about Real Papa Swolio, that account's been growing fast. But a lot of people were just like, hey, where'd you go, bro? They don't listen to the podcast. They follow on Instagram and that's it. So they didn't know about the holiday sale, and it's been going for a couple days. So we decided to push it a couple extra days. So go to papaswolio.com and use code HOLIDAY for 15% off everything in the holiday section. So all your Frosty the Swole Man, your Swole Alone, your Swole Off the Red-Nosed Gaindeer. We have all the designs. Go check it out. It's right there at the top of the page, and all the information's over there. 15% off. 15% off the holiday collection. Super fucking sweet. That being said, let's look at some meat. Who wants to look at some meat? Huh? No? No one? No one? We got a first post from Brandon. It's a steak. And he says, steak o'clock. There we go. Steak o'clock. Very nice. Very nice. Start out with the steak pick. We got James, morning, fabulous fam, rise and grind. We got the purple planet behind him. Go make some gains, brother. Yow. Yeah. We got a post here from Joe. And why is this post? What do we got here? We got an old post. Is this the same thing? Joe and his like through 230-pound weight loss again. Let me see here. That might have been Dun, 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 dun. Are these old? I feel like that's old. All right, that one was old. This one, no, that's new. Okay, this one is from, let's see here. Jorge, a little rest after total body awareness, a great you didn't know shit moment. Very nice. Very simple post today. I love it how like the other day we had like 10 like transformation pictures, and today we have like people posting just like steak in the morning. Steak in the morning. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with some steak. Last post here from Midnight Rider 1250. All right, Swole fam. I know I'll probably get a Matt Damon for this because I know what I need to do, eliminate and test, but I thought I'd ask to determine if anyone else had a similar lived experience. I'm eating nothing but grass-fed beef and lots of fruit, but recently I've been getting very gassy and bloated at night. Dinner consists of grass-fed steak and fruit and sometimes eggs, all cooked in butter. Could it be too much fruit? Anyone else experience this? I really don't want to give up my fruit. Let me know what you think. Thanks, fam. Also, first day of physical therapy today after my neck surgery. Hope y'all are doing well. Nice. Good to hear. Good to hear that you're making progress. You're getting really gassy and bloated at night. What time are you eating? You shouldn't be eating late at night, so that shouldn't be an issue. So if you're eating at you shouldn't be eating probably past like 5 or 6 o'clock. I don't know what time you're going to sleep, but that's probably an issue. Could be the fruit, could be like freeze-dried fruit, could be the type of fruit that you're eating, could be the eggs, could be a bunch of different things. It could be a bunch of different things. Eggs are very common to get to make people gassy. So can like dried fruit. So keep that in mind, and also the timing of when you're eating can be an issue. All right, let's get into some knowledge cock. Thank you, Swole fam, for all the posts. Very nice. Very nice. Delicious steak. Everyone's going to the fucking gym making gains. I like that. I like that. All right, let's get into some questions. If you have a question, drop it in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. All right, let's get into a Instagram post first. We have this one, CrossFit, thumbs up or thumbs down. I'm personally not a fan. A lot of CrossFit is just random exercise, and that might be good for someone who has never worked out before. You might see some progress, but if you're really trying to make progressive progress and build muscle over a longer period of time and do it safely and optimally, CrossFit is not the thing. And that's my experience and personal opinion and professional opinion. It's just not something for most people. If you want to get better at CrossFit, then you do CrossFit. And CrossFit's pretty much random shit done for speed, for time. Often it's undereducated and undereducated and underprepared instructors and students that are undertaking these high impact and high risk exercises. Okay. For time. It's really just group exercise class with Olympic lifting. It's like group exercise Olympic lifting. CEO Ophindia 258, how to cut. Eat less shitty fucking food.
Matt Damon.
I'm not going to spend any more time on that one. Stupid questions. How to cut. D Boys, Sir Bane 797. How many times is enough for the gym? What in a day, in a week, in a month, lifetime? You should go every day. You should be training every day. Doesn't mean you have to lift heavy every day. You should do mobility and yoga and other things. Again, if you have questions live, drop in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole. We will cruise through these questions and we'll move right along to balls deep. If you don't have questions live, we might just be cruising today. I like a cruise session. Austin Zukovs, Papa Swole, do you have any good lower body mobility exercise? I certainly do. What, just tell you them? You can just say words? Okay, I hope you know all these things. Anterior tibialis work, do some tib raises, do some toe raises. Also, Nordic curls, Jefferson curls, yogi squats, reverse, let's see. They're called reverse Nordics or essentially kneeling sissy squats. Kneeling leg extensions. Also, there's tons. There's tons. Mobility is weights. It's weights through a full range of motion. So I do lots of dumbbell mobility where I'm doing like hamstring stretches and I'm doing pulses with dumbbells. And I'll do that for my groin. I'll do that with a slider, those slider discs. I do a lot of them. So it's a very vague question. I can't list you. I have many, many good lower body mobility exercises. I have many. The Dusty Dud, have you ever wanted to get tattoos? Why or why not? Nope. That's why I don't have any. Because there's nothing that I would feel so passionately about that I want to mark on my fucking body. No, thank you. I've seen way too many. Most tattoos look terrible. So it's not good incentive. And also, since I haven't gotten one yet, it's like, wow, I have no reason to start now. If I really, really wanted to get one, I would have already, I would assume. But no. James, what's your opinion of DDPY yoga? I don't have any experience with it. I know nothing about it. Except that I've heard of it. Elijah, Papa Swolio, have I ever needed with a float tank? Have I ever done a float tank? If so, what'd you think? No, but I'm open to doing one or getting one. And those are really expensive. I think those are like very pricey apparatuses. But no, I haven't actually done one. But I'm sure it's awesome. It's the kind of thing like I haven't done, but I know I'll like it. So it was like that with cold plunging before I ever did it. I knew I would like it. I knew it'd be something good even before I did it. I bought a cold plunge before I ever did cold plunging. I just knew I would like it. I'm like, this is going to be awesome. Frank, is there a stretch I can do to help sciatic nerve flare-up? Starts in lower back, goes down to the leg. Piriformis work, maybe foam rolling and also pigeon pose. You could do that on a bench, on an incline bench. You could do it on a flat bench. You could do it on elevated blocks. You could do it with yoga blocks and modify with pillows or towels, but pigeon pose, that kind of figure four pose. But there's a lot of good stretches for sciatic, but it's also strengthening the muscles and relieving pressure around the nerve, which oftentimes can go through the piriformis muscle in the glutes. Matt, what got you into this lifestyle? I'm newer to the Mancast, so sorry if you already covered it. Yeah, we've covered it a billion times, but we've been here for over 6 years. What got me into this lifestyle? I've been training and lifting weights for over 20 years. So nothing got me into it. I've always been interested in it. I always wanted to be muscular and strong and be healthy. So nothing actually got me into it. It was just always appealing. There's nothing that I can think of like, ooh, this happened, and then I got into it. Zarak. Hey, sir, my left arm is smaller than my right arm. What can I do to even them out? Train it more frequently. I would also practice yoga, make sure you're balanced and you don't have any impingements or things that are biasing development to one side rather than another. So train that one more often and with more volume. JMT, doesn't Mama Swolio have tats? No, she does not. Neither of us do. Untatted and unvaxxed. Let's fucking go. Rare breed. Fuck yeah! My sperm's worth billions. All right. Let's see. Jessica, Papa Swolio, I'm still trying to work on doing a real push-up. I remember you saying that knee push-ups aren't a good way to build toward it, but I can't remember what you said to do instead. Negatives. Up on your toes, lower yourself slowly, as slow as you can. Count to like 4 or 5. Lower as low as you can. Then drop your knees to push back up. Raise your knees up. You're just doing the lowering portion of the push-up. Push-up negatives. I think we have a masterclass on it. We do for pull-ups for sure. I think we also have for push-ups. But negatives are fantastic. And then you want to increase the length or the time of your descent. And then just lower as low as you can. If you get to like halfway lowering with your knees off the ground and then you drop, just put pillows under your chest or something. That way that's your ground. And then as you get stronger, you'll be able to remove the pillows and go lower for the negative. You want to do like a 4, 5, 6 second descent and then expand that to like 7, 8, 9 seconds and just practice the negatives with your knees off the ground. You could drop your knees to push yourself back up to the starting position, but you want to lower yourself with your knees off the ground as low as you can. All right, let's see here. Dusty Dud, Papa Swolio, what do you think of gymnastics rings versus suspension training system? Like a TRX? I love rings. I have two sets of rings. And TRXs are great. You could use rings like a TRX too. I mean, TRX, for example, is suspension. TRX is essentially rings with handles. It's not rings per se, but it's literally the same thing. It's like the same thing, but it's just a different design, marketing patent type of thing. But you can make rings into suspension. It just might be a little bit better if you have a TRX, if you want to put your foot in it, but I never did anything like that. I never really found too much interest in that kind of stuff. You can do some core work, but you can do core work with so many things. But I like gymnastics rings. There's nothing wrong with suspension. They're both tools, but I use rings almost every day. I'm always doing like ring pull-ups and dips and stuff regularly. I love rings. Let's go. But like I said, suspension systems are great for home gyms. They're also great for traveling. So it's not like they're bad. Rings are better. Do one over the other. It depends on what you're using them for. So like I said, if you're trying to like hook your foot into something and do, let's say, split squats or something with a TRX, that's easier than doing it with rings. Brandon, thoughts on cold plunge before a workout? Apparently it has testosterone boosting effects. Also, would a cold shower be a decent replacement? Yes, a cold shower would be a decent replacement. I cold plunge first thing in the morning every day. I've been doing it for a year or two, like a year and a half, too. First thing in the morning. So technically I do the cold plunge before everything. I don't do it. If I train first thing, I did the cold plunge with a dog, and then I'm doing the show, so then I'm going to work out after. So I guess it's before, like immediately before. I guess you can. You just got to warm up. Takes a bit to warm up. So, yeah. I always do it first. I do it before everything. First thing I do, I get up and I get in the plunge. I love it. I look forward to it. So many people are saying like, oh, I don't want to do it. I'm like, oh, this is going to suck. And I fucking love it. I get in there. I'm like, oh, I love it. So it's almost like, it's starting the day with a challenge. I just like the way it feels. I like the way it wakes me up and it ignites me. But it's almost, overcome something challenging first thing in the day. But I look forward to it. Like I like the way it makes me feel. So it's a challenge, but I know I like it. So it's not like a bad thing. Clayton, Papa Sully, do you and Mama do any food preservation? Also, do you think the Arnold press is a good beneficial exercise for shoulders? I think neutral shoulder pressing is fine. I have a couple, you could do it dumbbells. Dumbbells are fine. I also have a bar where it has like a cutout for the head. You could do it with a hex bar too, like one of those hex deadlift bars. So I think a neutral grip is better, of course, for pressing rather than you shouldn't be pressing like this. This is kind of silly. Bringing them more to the front like this, like a 45-degree angle, like a scapular plane, like 30 degrees or so. But you could do Arnold presses. They're not required. You don't have to. If you prefer that, you could do it. It's nothing bad. But you could also probably just get the same benefit just doing pressing straight up, with your hands at an angle. Do we do any food preservation? We do. We make beef jerky, but we don't save that for a long time. We make beef jerky and then we eat the fuck out of it. I make kefir, so fermented raw dairy. I take the raw dairy and ferment it. It's amazing. I love it. So that's not the same thing as like preservation. And then we have a deep freezer. So we have, a whole freezer full of beef and stuff. But if you mean like canning and putting it aside and like long term, not especially. But we do like fermentation stuff like that with the kefir. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Jessica, when it comes to the masterclass, look at the go to the pull-up masterclass too. I think we have a push-up masterclass, or it's somewhere else in X, or I was gonna do it. There's a lot of things that we have on the, that are pending that we're gonna be putting out. So, but the pull-up masterclass will give you the details. The pull-up masterclass will give you the same kind of approach to it. Got a little tainty man here. Aww. Very nice. And of course, we have the church perch. Excellent. She's so cute and snuggly. She loves her snuggly bed. All right. That hurt my ears a little bit. I love the burps. Why, thank you, Eleni. Appreciate it. That one was a 10. Thank you. 8.5. All right, let's see. A 7.4, an 8, a 0.0. Keith, I think that was a typo there. Kelly, Papa Sully, how do you feel about weighted vests? Any benefits over holding dumbbells? Oh, it's completely different. I mean, it's just weight. I use a weighted vest when I'm doing dips or like weighted pull-ups. I'll put on a weighted vest. But over holding dumbbells in terms of what? I mean, you're not going to be like a weighted vest. Depends on how heavy you're going to weight your vest. You can do lunges like and stuff like that with a weighted vest if it's heavy enough. Like how heavy is your vest? Most people aren't going to have a vest that you're going to hold 30 pounds for lunges. You're not going to have a 60-pound weighted vest. That's insane. Most people aren't going to have a vest that can even handle that. So weighted vests are good for body weight type exercises, like doing something with rings or suspension trainers or something like that. It's better because it's evenly distributed on your body. John, how long did it take to adjust a cold plunge? I'm being a fucking beesh about this. I need to shut the fuck up and do it. I think everyone's different. I mean, it might take you a few days or a week. It depends on how consistent you are. My recommendation is just to do less more frequently. I wouldn't do like a cold plunge for 10 minutes. I wouldn't do like a 10-minute cold plunge. There's no need for that. I just do 2 to 3 minutes, and I just do it every day. So whatever you do, just do it like the Atomic Habits. Just do, let's say, a cold shower or a plunge. Just do 30 seconds or a minute. Just start with a minute. And then if you want to stay longer once you're in there, fine, but your goal is a minute. Because then the next day it's like, oh no, this is so hard. Just do a minute. Just build up that consistency, and then eventually it'll expand. And then like if you're doing it regularly, your tolerance for cold will improve dramatically. I see people getting to the cold plunges all the time and they're like, all fucking dramatic when they get into the cold plunge. They make all this like it's like, yo. And these are people that have a cold plunge. Like, what are you doing in this cold plunge all the time? Like, what? It takes them so long to catch their breath. It's like, get the fuck out of here. You get in. Whew. It's like that. And then you just breathe. So, I mean, at the very beginning, but it doesn't take like 30 fucking seconds to catch your damn breath. What you're supposed to do is like you breathe out, and when you get in, I don't even pay attention to stuff like that anymore. But I guess some people are just beaches. Sometimes, I mean, it depends on how cold you have it too. If you have it where there's like ice on top and it's like 35, every degree matters tremendously. So if you're in it, and mine keeps around like 40 degrees, 39, 40 degrees. If you go to 38, it's a big difference. 37, it's a big difference. 36, it's a big difference. Like every degree makes a huge difference when you get that low. All right. Heather, is cold plunging risky if you're still very overweight? I guess there's any kind of risk. Like if you have any kind of like existing health conditions. You don't have to start with like freezing ice water. So you can start at like 60 degrees and then move it to 55. Like you don't have to do freezing cold. You want to build up that capacity because all it is like the colder it is, the faster it's going to bring your body temperature down, the more shocking it's going to be. But 60 degrees is much lower than your body temperature. It's just going to take longer. You might not have that. It's like going to a pool. You acclimate to it pretty quickly. In terms of risks, if you're overweight, I don't think overweight has anything to do with like risk for cold plunging, unless you're in a position where you can't get up and you can drown or something like that. You want to be careful. But if you're in a cold climate, this is perfect. You get one of those like feeder tubs at the feed stores. You go to one of those like agriculture stores. You just put some, make sure it's filtered water. Put some hydrogen peroxide in there, and it'll freeze outside. Go out there with a hammer or something like that. Break up the ice. You already have your cold plunge out there. So if you're in a cold climate, that's cool. I'm down here in Florida, so that's a lot of ice to keep it cold. That's a lot of fucking ice. So it's much, much less expensive just to go up front and get a cold plunge and then not have to worry about buying ice every day. That'd be a pain in the ass. Matthew, what's the ideal temp for the water for cold plunging? Can you go too cold? You can get frostbite, but you're not gonna get cold enough for that. I mean, if you're going in, it's like 33 degrees. It's as cold as it can before ice. You just don't need to be in there that long. Just go in there for a minute or two because you can get frostbite. You can go. It's up to your tolerance. So some people you can build up that tolerance or for a lot longer. So the ideal temp, my personal take on it is you don't want it to be comfortable. So if you get in there, you're like, it's relaxing and it's like, and it doesn't feel, then it's not cold enough. It's the same thing with the sauna. I don't go into my sauna and then be like, it's nice and relaxing. I'm not reading a magazine and laying down. I'm not lounging. Same thing with massage. When people say, it's a nice relaxing massage, then you didn't get a fucking massage. Then you didn't get any actual work done. Like if you want to get a massage, you need to get some deep tissue and get some fucking work in there and like move the muscle off the bone. If I'm in the sauna, it's going to be uncomfortable, and it's going to be uncomfortable until I get out. It's going to be as uncomfortable as I can make it. Same thing for the water. So the water, it needs to be something where you kind of want to get out, but you don't. That's the right temperature. So if you've never done cold plunging, it's going to seem cold, whether it's 45 or 50 or it's going to seem cold. So you just want to build up that habit. I think a lot of people think they need to do like 5 minutes or something ridiculous. Just if you did it on a regular basis, just do it for 30 seconds or a minute and then go from there. Just be consistent. Pick a note like that you can just get and just do that number. No, you don't want hypothermia. I think the longest I've ever done was like 8 minutes or 10 minutes. But also my cold plunge circulates water, so it's colder than, because when you have a standard tub and you're just like sitting in it, the water around your skin kind of creates a barrier. So it's warmer right around your skin. So when you have circulation, it's colder because you have the conduction and convection of the water. You get the current. So what you can do, what some people do, is either you have it outside, right? You have it and you break up the ice every day, or you put in like a heater so it doesn't, you can put in one of those like, metal, whatever, heaters that go in the water. And they have that for farms and stuff like that. So the animal's water doesn't freeze, or like pool heaters, but you put at the bottom, like this little like round thing, you drop it in. Or you can just freeze water bottles and then it's like reusable ice. Dusty Dud, Papa, do you eat steel cut oats or any whole grains? No, I don't. I do not. Frank, does cold plunge help with joints and arthritis? I would say absolutely. But of course, arthritis is an autoimmune issue. So it depends on why you have the problems. I mean, of course, you have overuse injuries and worn down cartilage. But if you have, because you could have joint pain from nutrition and other lifestyle habits. So it can definitely help with physical inflammation for sure. One of the things I don't do is I don't go in the plunge like right after training. I go in the sauna right after I work out. So I lift weights and then I go in the sauna right after. To finish up my workout, but I don't do cold plunge after. I do cold plunge first in the day. So was it Brandon was asking about plunging right before I work out. I plunge in the morning. So like I'm still cold right now. Like I'm still cold. Like I'm still from my plunge earlier. It was like 3 minutes at 40 degrees or 39, whatever it was. All right, let's see here. We'll move on a second. Yeah, there you go. Elijah, my plunge has been right at 32 for the last several weeks, but I got a stock tank de-icing heater that keeps it at 38 so much easier. Yeah, that's plenty, man. Like, that's cold. That's plenty. That's plenty cold. Plus, you don't have to break ice and shit like that. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. Second gen master. What's a good cold plunge kit that isn't super expensive? All right. Well, it depends. Like you can get a tank. You can get like a stock tank for like $100-$200 and fill it with ice. So you get a water trough and just fill it with ice. You can get one of those like Rubbermaid plastic things. You can get a cooler. Some people get those like, so I mean, I don't know what super expensive is to you, but if you want to get like an ice, there's this company called Ice Barrel, and I think the ice barrels are like $1,000, but you fill it with ice. So the thing that I didn't want to do is I didn't want to keep on buying ice all the time because I wanted to plunge every day, and I'm not going to buy, 20, 30 pounds of ice every fucking day. It's going to get expensive. And it's not even just the price. It's like the pain in the ass. I don't want to go get fucking ice every goddamn day. It sucks. Unless you have an ice maker or you have, I don't know, some people have access to ice or they want to do that. So that's like a vertical, looks like a wood barrel, but it's plastic and it's insulated. So you can keep ice in there. It might keep for a day or two or keep it relatively cold. So there's that. And then there's other people that they make like DIY ones. I think there's some, I haven't seen the profile. It popped up my feed a few times, like several months ago. It's called DIY Cold Plunge. I think it's on TikTok. And this guy like makes his own cold plunge. You could make your own for like $1,000 or $1,500, buying some of the parts that these companies use. Cause really all a cold plunge is a tub with like some insulation. So it keeps the cold in, right? And they usually have a UV filter. They have a water filter. They have some kind of like moving, they have some sort of like water pump that moves the water through, and it has like a chiller that keeps it cold. So the plunge that I have is essentially a pool chiller. It just keeps it's just a water chiller for like a pool. And the tub is, it's a very arbitrary device. It's just like a fucking like bathtub that has like insulation on the inside and has like a cover. So it just keeps it at a certain temperature. So you can make your own. I'm sure there are all these YouTube channels that do like make your own sauna, make your own cold plunge. So if you want to go down that rabbit hole, you could definitely do it if you want to piece it together. Because some people, you don't want to make monthly payments or you don't want to pay that much up front. Like any kind of like cold plunge is probably going to run you like probably $3,000 to $6,000, maybe $7,000, depending on what company. And then they go above. Then you have like 10, 15, but then you're getting ones with like, oh, this has like wood slating and, makes its own ice. And, they make them so they look a certain way. But there are a lot more companies are popping out. But you can start with just cold showers. Dusty Dud, didn't you used to eat white rice? Yes, I did. I haven't for several months. Once in a while, I might have a little bit, but I haven't eaten it and I don't miss it. I used to eat sweet potatoes a lot too. I feel better without it. Second gen, I was looking at Ice Barrel and some that had auto temps. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely nice to not have to go get ice. There is another company that's called, the Ice Bath. Icebath.co goes to Morosco, which is like an expensive higher end. It makes its own ice and stuff like that. I've heard some issues with that. I did so much research when I was getting mine, and there was some like pros and cons. Also, but that's the Ice Bath. If you go to theicebath.co, no affiliation, they have ice baths and sauna. It's like a little oval one. And I think I looked up the price. I think it was like $3 or $4 grand. It was cheaper than a lot of other ones. So you might want to look in that. But again, you're investing. But again, when people think of that, it's like, oh, it's really expensive. Well, you can make payments or put on a credit card and this like that. You know, you want to make sure that you're looking at it properly, that you're investing in your health. So you can take cold showers. If you live in a cold climate, you can. The thing is, if you live in a cold climate and you get one of these cold plunges, you need ones that get hotter because you don't want it to freeze. So if you live in a place where it's going to be like 10 degrees, you need to make sure it has a heater component to it. Otherwise, it's going to get completely fucked. So I'm in Florida, so I don't have to worry about, you know, freezing pipes or anything like that. So yeah, but you can make your own if you're crafty. You can do that. You can go jump in a lake if you have a lake. I mean, it's exposing your body to cold. It's exposing your body to extreme heat and extreme cold. It gives your body, it's like muscles. You're putting your body in a position where it has to adapt to stress. So your heat stress and cold stress, physical stress, weight stress, just a different type of stress. All right. That being said, good questions, fam. Good questions. A lot of cold plunge action today. Time to go balls deep. That's deep. If you didn't know, now you know. We got overtime coming up in a short, hot minute right after this. SwoleNormousX.com. Join the fam. Leave us a review. Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button right now, you sons of beaches. Hit that. Stop whining. Hit that fucking like button.
Stop whining.
Hit that fucking like button. All right. All right. 17 degrees. 50 degrees. What is it today? I can't wait to go outside. I'm going to roast my fucking tits. I'm going to obliterate my nips today. Today it's going to be 82 degrees. This is why I moved to Florida. Because I don't want my nips to be, I don't mind my nips getting cold. Ooh, it's going to get cold next week. Oh, fuck. I'm looking at the weather. It's going to get fucking cold. The temperature says 71. Low of 56 in the evening. Oh my God. Oof. Good thing I have hoodies. No, that's fucking freezing. Fuck that shit. That's when it's hard. That's when getting the cold plunge is hard, is when it's cold outside and you're getting in. It's different when it's like hot, you get in, you get out, and it's, you sit in the sun. God, fuck. That kind of temperature, that kind of shit makes me want to move. It makes me want to move. Like, I want to go warmer. Where can I go that it's warmer than that? I don't know where else. I don't know where else could be warmer. Sauna's going to get some extra use. All right, let's go balls deep. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Everyone's like, shut the fuck up. It's 71. Everyone's like, it's like 9 where I'm at. 15 degrees in Idaho and snowing. 33 degrees, 64. Yeah. I know. When you live up north, it's like, oh, it's 4 degrees. It's not that bad today. It's above 0. I remember. That's why I moved. I was like, fuck this. It sucks. I got tired. I got tired of scraping snow off my car. Ice. Scrubbing. You know, you have to like turn your car on for like 15 fucking minutes, go inside, take a shower, eat breakfast, and then your car's warmed up. Nope. Hard pass. Done with that shit. All right. These videos are, that's gross. It's been all over the, we'll talk about, we'll do that last because it's, maybe not. I don't know if I want to do that one now. All right, let's do this one. Let's do this one first. Well, like a Band-Aid write-off. You might be following. This has been out for like a day or two. But it was that expose by Project Veritas with the the grooming of children in schools. This is some fucked up shit. So get ready because we like to have fun.
What's in the box?
Protect your children. Here we go. Time to go balls deep. You've probably seen this, but we're going to do it anyway.
I had like our LGBTQ plus health center come in. They were passing around butt plugs and dildos to my students, talking about queer sex, using lube versus using spit.
Meet Joe Bruno, Dean of Students at the prestigious Francis W. Parker Private School in Chicago, which happens to charge $40,000 per student.
They're just like passing around dildos, butt plugs. The kids are just playing with them. They're like, how does this butt plug work? How does this work? That's a really cool part of my job.
Parents might be stunned to learn that Bruno's version of love and acceptance means handing out sex toys to underage students.
So I've been the dean for 4 years. During Pride, we do a Pride Week every year, and I had like our LGBTQ plus health center come in. They were passing around butt plugs and dildos to my students, talking about queer sex,
words over and over
using
again.
lube versus using spit.
Who is this?
This is an LGBTQ plus health center came in to talk to my high school students. They're just like passing around dildos, butt plugs. The kids are just playing with them, looking at them.
In the school?
In a classroom.
Wow.
Yeah. While I'm sitting there. Then we had a drag queen come in, pass out cookies and brownies and do photos.
It's so amazing. And everybody's cool with that, like the butt plugs and the dildos. Nobody complains.
No.
I mean, if the parents found out, would they?
No. It's queer sex. This is the drag queen that came in.
What's her name?
Alexis Bevels.
Alexis Bevels.
And just hung out in my classroom.
And was there?
Or hung out in my office.
You have so much freedom. So much wiggle room.
So much freedom. So much money.
I mean,
to do stuff.
Trustees are okay with that too? They don't know.
They would. It's like I wouldn't even run it by them. Like, why would I run it by them? They would be like, oh my God, that's wonderful.
Like, how old were the kids with the classroom?
14, 18. They're like, how does this work? How does this work?
Right.
So yeah, that's a really cool part of my job is I don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Yeah, I think you might have to worry about stuff like that now. Jesus Christ. All right. So I know that was a long clip. That's what it said. I don't know. So we have a $40,000 a year Chicago private school that's bringing in drag queens for drag queen story hour and I guess drag queen cookie eating and sex toys. Sounds really fucking weird. Really fucking weird. But if you don't know Project Veritas, they're a dying breed of journalists that doesn't exist anymore. So thankfully we have people like James O'Keefe that are on the front lines dealing with this fucking gutter trash. Gross. Gross. Groomers, pedophiles, all the above. Just sick. Just a sick fucking kink. You know, it's just it's a sick kink. It's like you get off showing someone that doesn't know what this is. Like, oh my God, yeah. Oh yeah. Where do you put that? You could spit on it. You can put it wherever you want. It's like they just get off thinking about it and I don't know, corrupting innocence. Whether or not they're trying to physically, physically assault the kids, whether they're actually physically acting on it. It's like this power trip, right? It's like some kind of, it's like a power trip. It's this psychological breaking of an innocent person. All right, so that was gross. I wanted to get that out of the way first because I don't want to end on that note because it's just fucking nasty. We'll end with some racism, right? We'll end with some, what do you think, racism? We'll end with racism.
You switch the samples.
Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? Let's just make sure we end with the racism. And
that's a huge bitch.
So we'll do this one. This is called Convince Doctor. There's text on the screen that says, POV, you tried to convince a doctor you're not eating when you're fat. I mean, everyone eats. When you're fat, you just eat more than you should. Okay.
Okay. I mean, it is what it is. You're basically telling me I just have to eat less. Is that
It's not just eat less, because that's not easy, or else everybody would be doing it, and there wouldn't be a whole field of weight loss medications, and there wouldn't be all these issues with weight.
Yeah, and I understand. And I've had my experience with eating disorders, and that's why I'm trying to have a more positive attitude about this, but it's really difficult because I have been eating less and less and less, and it's not helping. So this is just really...
Well, maybe you are doing it some days, but not like every day of the week. And it has to be like every day that you have to be in the calorie deficit to consistently lose.
I mean, I just feel like I could come...
Look, I don't disagree, but you know how I feel about the calories in, calories out, and calorie deficit. I'm not a fan of this shit. And it's not that energy balance doesn't exist, not that the laws of thermodynamics don't apply, but it's this idea that essentially you are starving yourself, right? You are eating less than your body should require to maintain. But the problem is, we all know the problem with this is people are fundamentally eating nutrient void foods. That's the problem. People are eating foods that do not provide the nutrients that if they were in a couple 100-calorie deficit, they would be able to survive because they're getting their micronutrients, but they're not getting their micronutrients. They're eating junk food and nutrient void food, and then they're eating less of it. So they're actually literally starving themselves more. So people are really having I don't blame you. You would have you're going to have a problem eating those foods, whether you're in a surplus, a maintenance, or a deficit. So if you're eating nutrient dense food, it's much easier to get your nutrition in, the nutrient dense food, the micronutrients, and be more satisfied. And then of course, the lower inflammation, exercise, all these other habits are going to help you metabolize more fat.
And I could tell you I'm not eating at all, and it would still be the same answer. You must be eating.
Well, that
you must
would
be
be
eating
a
above
lie.
the calorie deficit.
That would be a lie if you told me you weren't eating at all.
That's not what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying, though.
If you want to, if you want to just argue about it, we can, or I can try to give you the resources to try to get there in the calorie deficit to help you lose the weight. If you want a second opinion, you're welcome to it. I won't be offended. Okay? We have plenty of other doctors here. We also have the weight management program, which is specifically geared towards this.
Stabilize it and make sure it does not.
Do you want the number?
No, I have it.
I
have it.
You have it? I would give them a call and just learn more about the program.
I've seen them before. I have my own nutritionist. I'm not interested in that program, unfortunately.
It's not just...
Oh, is that it? Okay. So this doctor is essentially like, do you want to talk to someone else? Because I'm just going to tell you to, make better lifestyle choices. But look, at the same time, listening to what the doctor didn't say anything about. Okay, there's a lot of stuff to unpack here. A couple things. The doctor didn't say eat better quality food, did she? At the same time, the doctor might not legally be allowed. First off, most doctors don't know anything about nutrition. So she's saying that they have resources. Unfortunately, as we all know, those resources probably aren't going to be talking about the proper food quality that she should be eating. They're probably going to be doing food pyramid type shit. Restrict your calories and measure this and blah, blah, your macros and whatever. So maybe the doctor can't legally give advice on that because that's not her, that's her process, and they outsource it to whatever this other group in their network or something like that for nutrition or for weight loss counseling. The frustrating thing on both sides here is I didn't hear anything about food quality. I just heard the calories in, calories out, and this girl being like, no. And the doctor's like, yeah. And the girl's like, but no. And the doctor's like, but yeah. The doctor's more right than she is wrong, but I don't think, she's not eating. You don't gain weight by not eating. Let's just get that out of the way. You don't gain weight by not eating. You're not just getting fat for no fucking reason. You're not just getting fat. I'm like, hey, I don't eat. Man, if I look at food, I gain 10 pounds. No, the problem is because you look at the food and then you eat the food and then you gain 10 pounds. It's because you eat the food after you look at it. When I look at a cake, I gain weight. It's because you look at it and then you eat it. All right. All right, let's end with this one and then we're going to go into overtime. So hit the like button. Let's fucking go. This one's called... This one's called No Good White Person. No good white person?
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
There's none? No good white one?
You know what? While we're on the topic of how white people are just fucking the world up for everyone.
All right, for those of you listening, guess what color she is? She's
Inconceivable!
White. She's white. She's white. She's white as fuck. She's white as fuck. She's white.
It is not my place as a smaller bodied white man to comment on it.
All right, what's the who wants to guess? When's the last time she got fucked? What do you think?
You know what? While we're on the topic of how white people are just fucking the world up for everyone, you're not one of the good white people. There are no good white people. There are only anti-racist white people and racist white people.
Cap? Like epic cap, like the biggest cap, like a sombrero. Bro, there's only anti-racist? No, the anti-racist white people are racist. And then there are plenty of people that aren't, I don't know, part of a cult, that aren't brainwashed. Okay.
Anti-racism is a lifelong project, and the end goal is not for you to be good. It's for society to be good.
Anti-racism is another word for racism. It's doublespeak. It's blaming other people. It's creating this like victim shield, like, oh, I am so virtuous. A virtuous shield. I am anti-racist. Well, in the process of being, quote, anti-racist, whatever the fuck that is, you are being racist. We know this. Anti-racists are the racist ones. Because they're obsessed with race. They're obsessed with segregating people based on race. I'm so anti-racist. Black people deserve their own space. White people should have their own space. Hello? You're separating people based on the color of the skin and their race. Hello?
Decenter yourself. Do the work. It's hard. You're gonna
do the work? You mean go to the fucking gym, you jelly roll? Go have another fucking donut. Go have another donut.
Well, I could be wrong.
Someone get this one.
But I believe
donut.
diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
A jelly. Can we get her a jelly donut? She's hungry.
A jelly donut?
A jelly donut. Yes, please. Thank you. Jesus Christ. It's hard to find good help these days.
Get it wrong. But if you are not out there every day actively trying to understand, you're not a good white person.
Oh, the Dusty Duds. The Dusty Dud says, the white lady sounds like my aunt who just got her 5th jab and is a loyal CNN follower.
We choose truth over facts.
Oh my God. Yeah, right? 5th jab, like 3rd booster, fucking 3 masks. She comes in wearing like the yellow dishwashing gloves. Spraying like hand sanitizer in the air, just spraying alcohol. Spraying alcohol on the fork with every bite. Sprays her fork, takes a scoop of food, sprays her fork, takes a scoop of food.
Stop patting yourself on the back. Stop congratulating each other. Stop separating us from the bad white people. Don't sit out there in comments and say, we don't claim them. We are them. We are them.
Does anyone know what she's talking about? I lost track of who, like, what are these pronouns are they, who? I don't know what you're speaking of. I lost track of your insanity. Are you in favor of this? Are you against it? Is this you that, did you post this? Like, what is happening?
We are the ones shooting up schools. We are the ones raping people.
Okay. Don't show this woman rape statistics. Okay, let's.
Matt Damon.
And don't show her statistics on like shootings in this country. Shh, don't tell her. Don't let her go. Let her go. Let her go.
We are the ones enslaving people.
Should we tell her? Should we tell her that there's more slavery now than there ever was in human history, but it's not from like white people? Should we tell her that? Should we tell her that there's no slaves in the Western world? Should we tell her about the slaves in Africa? Should we tell her about the slaves in the Middle East? Should we tell her about the slaves in China? Should we?
We are. We're them.
No medication except my fucking antidepressants.
All right, that's a big Matt Damon. That's what we call a dumb bitch. Am I right? Am I right?
You can be fat and be healthy.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be. I'm totally comfortable in my body. I just don't want to be in pain.
Wow, that hurts. That hurts my brain. Her TikTok is, shouldn't this be obvious? Oh my God. Did everyone know that only white people rape? Wow. Only white people shoot people? Wow. Only white people have slaves. How can you be more wrong? Like 1, 2, 3. Last time I checked, white people, the only people that stopped slavery. There's plenty of slavery in this world going on right now. Perpetuated by black people, perpetuated by Middle Eastern people, by Chinese people. There are a lot of slaves out there. There are a lot of slaves. You don't know much. Only white people rape? Who's going to tell her? Yeah. The stats aren't they're not going to be favorable to you on that one. Okay. All right. Yeah. There's a little thing called data that, all right. Should we just move on? Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Scroll card time. All right. Let's get a little tainty reprieve. Let's bring this bad boy around. Let's bring this fucking shit. Let's bring this train back. Let's bring this train back around. Look at that. We got the double taint. We got the double taint. We got the church and we got the tainty man. Looks nice. Look at that. The double, the double A. Oh, you do little church perch. It's a church perch. Look at the church perch. You like it? Yeah. You like it? Yeah. All right. All right. That was exciting. Now, who wants to fuck that one? Anyone? Dick Draft? Anyone? Bueller?
I was kidding!
Anyone?
I was only kidding!
All right. Who wants to bang that?
Emotional damage!
That's like what you hear in your head when you bust a load. It's like, emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
I'm coming. Emotional damage. All right. I feel sick now. Anyone else feel sick? Yeah. All right. Let's get this over with. Let's go into overtime. My God, before I say something that I would say let's move on. Let's give away the swole card before I say something I'll regret. And I don't know, after 2,408 episodes, I don't know. Is there anything else left to say? I think I've said everything. I think I've said every offensive thing I could possibly say. I think we've been there. I think we've been to every corner. I think we've been to every corner of this Gunchverse, which is actually a positive, right? We've gone to some dark places, haven't we? We've gone to some dark fucking places. So I don't know. I feel like that's almost a positive. It's like, hey, we've gone so dark. Like, how much worse can it get? How much worse can we get? We had this like dean of a private school giving out butt plugs to 14-year-olds, right? And drag queen cookie hour, you know, and queer, I don't know, queer dildo fucking. You know, we had this weird white woman that just hates white people. Fucking kind of strange. I don't know. It's like, what else is going to happen? Papa just got his IG back. Let's not break YouTube yet. Don't say that. Yeah. Yeah. Eric, still getting the Facebook page, still getting boxing videos. Yeah, that's not done yet. We're not done with this. Like I said, the Instagram page is still kind of it's back, but it's like partially back. It's like we've been losing followers like every day. Like it's culling followers. I don't know. Maybe it's like bots or something that's getting rid of, but it's weird. Like the algorithm's like all fucking weird. And there's a lot of features on our Instagram page. It's like I said, it's like we have an older version of Instagram. I don't know what's going on. It's weird. So anyway, but we're back. But we're back there, and yeah, we're trying to still work on the Facebook page. So we're not done yet. But making progress. All right, it's all reps. Let's move on. Let's move on this shit. Falcon, let's give away this card, please. Falcon. Yeah, okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, hit the button, Falcon. Ooh, the double. Winner, chicken dinner, Jessica ST. Congratulations. All right. Jessica, you got the double hashtag. It's all reps and FEF. Congratulations, Jessica. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2408 in the subject. Your mailing address in the body. The email, support@swolenormous.com. Fuck yeah, fam. We are going to go into overtime like now, bro. Like now. Congratulations, Jessica. Fuck yeah, you got it, girl. Hang it up with pride. Not the kind of pride that, you know, like that whips people and has drag queen story hours and butt plugs to kids and stuff like that. But, you know, pride for, like, honor, integrity, like that. Like, I'm taking the word back. I'm taking the word back.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
All right, fam, we still have overtime, so why don't you all head on into the Daily Swole Telegram chat. We got some piano cock coming. We're going to hit that alarm. Congratulations again to Jessica for being the sluttiest swole slut today. Filthy. Absolutely filthy. You filthy girl. You filthy girl.
Boom shakalaka!
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Loud noises! Are there any women here today?
I better use my strong hand.
Sit!
Nick, can I get a step back and fuck your face? You can. I got you, fam. One hand.
First, take a big step back and
sound request. Who's got one?
Come on, man.
Shut up, Grandpa. Shut up, Brandon.
What is the best
Lieutenant Dan.
I like to caress rusty spoons.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
All right. Excellent. We fucking did it. Bam. Shout out to Jessica. Congratulations. Oh, and a big what up. Shout out to the Merchant of Death for getting your freedom. Fucking awesome. Yeah, America, baby. Fuck yeah! Brittany, welcome back to the United States. You better not fucking kneel, you gunch. You better fucking shape your shit up. It's the only trade in the WNBA that anyone ever fucking cared about. Everyone's like, WNBA? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? All right, fam. All right, a little rage at the end. Thank you for being here. It's time for overtime. Ooh. Time to offend some more people. Finish him. Kind of not, though. See, we're going into overtime. You know what that means, Beaches? You know what that means? It means we don't have to worry about offending anyone. It means we go into OT and it's all about the Swole fam. All right, so this is for members only. We're kicking off live. We're in the Daily Swole Telegram chat right now. And fam, we'll be back here tomorrow for 2409 for Swole Slut Saturday. Oh, that was nice at the buzzer. All right. So take a moment and head over there to OT and we'll get you started. We'll get you in there. So swolenormousx.com. Join the fam today. Thank you so much for being here. Fam, I love you. I see you over there. The Daily Swole Telegram chat. If you're a member, log into your account right there on your homepage. You'll see all the Telegram chats. Go to The Daily Swole. We'll see you there. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Ya boy. Papa Swolio. Oh, 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 oh.
I just wanna win on the low.